So, in order to be a great ball striker, you have to hit the ball and then the ground, okay? So we worked on a number of different ways that you can do that today. The first thing, and this is a review of last time, when we rotate back, we want to make sure that that right hip is working backwards, not sliding outside the foot. Number one thing. Once it's there, then we feel a little step into the swing, which allows us to rotate. Step, rotate, throw. Step, rotate, swing. It's a natural athletic sequence that we have to apply to golf. It can be just tricky sometimes in golf because the ball's right here, so everything tends to stop here. But we have to always swing towards our target, right? So even like in tennis and baseball, the ball's coming at us, so it's easier for us to open up, but the impact point is about the same. So we need to make sure that we're allowing ourselves to turn. It's just when the ball's coming at us, it's a lot easier to do that. When the ball's sitting right here, we tend to get locked up. So hitting the ground in the right spot is going to be a matter of making sure that we re-pivot onto that left side. If you're losing your balance, you can kind of make sure you keep your head back a little bit. Rotating, and then letting the hands come through. So you can see if this is where the ball is, this line, shift. Now I rotate my hips. I haven't actually done anything with my shoulders or my arms yet. This is just being pulled by my hips. Now my hands are at or after the ball, and I can release and hit the ground very easily, well overdone on the left side. So it's going to be a three-part move. Here, shift, rotate. Now I'm in a good hitting position. So notice I'm hitting the ground 6 inches, 7 inches after the line. When you're training, you need to be able to do this much exaggeration, because when you put the ball on the line, you're going to revert back to some amount of your old tendency. So whenever you're training, you need to exaggerate the change, and then when the ball's there, you're going to go back to hitting behind, but look, now it's in the right spot. Ball and then divot. Okay? Always make sure that you're in good posture. Depending on the size of the club, you want your feet the right amount. Width. Generally, driver's going to be outside the shoulders. Irons are going to be about at the shoulders. Wedges or short irons are going to be maybe even just a slight bit inside the shoulders. Figure that out. Make sure your grip and your posture is good. All these things in the setup set you up for success. If you don't have a good setup, you're not going to be able to make the swing properly. So good setup. Rotate this hip back. Shift, which is a step. It's like a step without taking the step. Rotate, and then just give it a little flick. So we did the step swing sequence. Step swing, step swing, step swing, step swing, step swing. So notice as I'm finishing this side, this foot's coming up, replants, now this comes here, comes here. Okay, and what that looks like with the club, step, swing, step, swing, step, swing, step, swing. And notice the swing's pulling my foot up, plant, pressure, twist. Up, plant, pressure, twist. Up, plant, pressure, twist. So there's very obviously a lower body movement before the rest of the swing comes. We want to stay away from anything like this, where everything's happening at the same time, because you're not allowing the kinetic sequence to happen. You're not allowing the energy to flow from the ground into the club. And we don't want to do this one where we are stepping with the wrong foot. Okay, you'll know what feels right. Okay, keep working.